Hello everybody, my name is Rick, and it's time for more Wordle. We're near the end, we really are. There's one tricky thing about the game, which is that idea of, hey, we want to play one word at a time, but even just the tricky thing of every time you play, you want it to pick a random word. But remember, when you play Wordle, they numbered all of the puzzles, so there's definitely an order going on. And when we read the puzzle words in our program, can I not copy this thing? Yeah. When we read the words, we read them in here this way, but we then pick a random word. So at some point we're going to have to change that and come up with a mechanism so that if you play the game today, you get one word, maybe this one, but then if you play the game tomorrow, you get this one, and so on and so forth every day. But I'd even take it, because it's our version, that every time you start the game, you just pick maybe the next increment. And how we might implement that is here. When we load the words, we're already reading the words one at a time from the file. And since we're reading it in order of the words in the file, we can then say, if this is supposed to be puzzle number 1, then pick puzzle number 1. And how many puzzles are there? As many puzzles as there are words. And how would we store the number that the user has played? If we want to attach it to the date, where a day is a particular puzzle, then we're going to have to do some calculation on date. And there's already functions, not in Swift, but in this mysterious foundation that talks about dates, and we might be able to come up with a mapping of a particular date to some specific number. But conceivably, what we also could do is say every time the game starts, we figure out what game number this is. Maybe we store it in the user's settings somewhere, wherever that may be. And then if we then increment that number and then pick that number here. If the word count should be the same as the puzzle number, then that's the one we'll pick. I spent a few minutes going on about a consideration of the game with restarts, but in the session tonight, I'm gonna just go and get some more words. How do we crank up the number of words here? And I'm thinking, let me just quickly see, is there, enumerate lines. Yeah, that only takes, I remember now, this only takes 2 functions, to a block that has 2, string and an in-out, whether it should continue. And that's, again, that they don't even say what that is, but might be other ways to do it. I will share this piece. This is the function that we're basing all of our file loading on. But there's another post on the forums that talk about how to read files. They talk about these things here, and I'm going to study these options and see if maybe there's some possibilities to use maybe a different way. Yeah, here. people trying to do stuff like they do in regular C and Unix. Yeah. Well, but the point of this post is foundation and foundation file system links. So if I click on foundation file system, let's just see what we get. Oh, well, maybe this isn't what we had. Apple file system and stuff. But we are using file manager, if I remember right. Yeah, we are using URL, and that's another thing too. We may be at the point where we need to use URL, but this file string business and file manager managed file access, there may be other ways to read the file, but that's something that I'm going to look at offline. The goal tonight is where do we get some more words? In the design, I mentioned that there was these two options here. One is ispell, and ispell, you can see here it says it comes with both American and British dictionaries. Then there's also list of dictionaries. Let me see here, maybe I can just get it from here. And you can also make your own dictionary. Let's see. If I click on English, a number of useful word lists from different projects. So you could see there's options to get dictionaries. Variant English. I'm going to click on this word though. I'm going to click on this link. That's not going anywhere. These lists are also available on the Gutenberg project, Grady Ward's Moby project, Gutenberg project. Let's see. Yeah. Plain text US. So let's get this. More files. Wow. So here's some possibilities. Look at these text files. I am going to click on frequent. Actually, it'd be nice if there was something that explained these words. So 1000 by frequency. This lists this file consists of the 1000 most frequently used English words. Okay, so 1000. I understand that Wordle had 6,000 words, so 1000 is not going to be good enough, long enough. But here's one that says official crosswords 113,000. Since this list has all forms, it makes a good addition when building a spelling dictionary. And here it is, common dictionary words, 74,000. Words common with 2 or more dictionaries. Yeah. So let me first put this into our chat. Here. Now I'm going to download this 74,000 COMMON.TXT. So I get COMMON.TXT and I can bring that to my directory. We can just open it in Xcode Why not? I've been living in Xcode for the last several episodes. I didn't think I'd be doing that, but here I am. Not sure I'm feeling this thing with the dash. Very interesting. There's also a few with dashes. So clearly, what we want to do is read this thing, but cull it down to only those words that have 5 letters. And now we could in the Wordle Words program, we could, when we enumerate the lines, we could have some logic here that says like if line.count is equal to 5, then we can insert it into the set. But then we would get these funky things. We would get words like what we saw here. This is a 5-letter word, that very first thing there, dash able, but that's not a 5-letter word. What we can do, because we have Unix in Mac and because there's tools, I'm pretty sure I can do something like this. In Unix, there are a lot of utilities that do really fast text processing, and a very first one is we can print. We can specifically print items that have only 5 letters, and how we would do that is something like this. Something like this. And I'm only going to bring in the first 10. And that did not work. Oh, I need to bracket it. Now, this prints ADE dash, which is this one, but it seems I'm off. It seems it's only picking 4, and I think, let me just expand it. This doesn't make sense to me, but yeah, so this is sort of what I'm looking for. Yeah, it's a little confusing, but if I then do something like this, we know this is bringing only those lines that have 5 characters, where it's the start and the end. In other words, it's 5 characters from the start of the line, which is that caret, and the end of the line, which is that $. Now, I could be wrong about the grep syntax, and I'm certainly confused by me specifying 6 periods in grep. This thing here is a regular expression, this minus capital E. I'm going to go here and just point it out. Yeah, it's a extended regular expression, and if we look at regular expression, I thought it might have it here. I guess not. If I look at man RE format. Yeah. Doesn't quite. Oh, regex. Let me see. This is something you can look up on the internet, and I guess I'm going to do that soon, because it's not. I wanted something to show all the different patterns. I'm actually curious if there's some documentation here in the Apple documentation. Yeah. Regular expressions in Foundation. An immutable representation of a compiled regular expression. And I wonder if they go into it, but going far afield here. But yeah, here we go. This is, yeah, match the beginning of an input. These are meta characters that is supported, but let's see, there should be something here like, yeah, match any character, which is a period. The caret, which says match the beginning, and this says match the end. I also remember that I can, in addition to saying common, I could do something like this. I just saw that go by in this page, alpha. We can have character classes in specified with the brace colon, yeah, brace, no, bracket colon bracket syntax. So we can do something like this. Let me make sure it's this. No, let me make sure it's this. Wow. Maybe let me just look at more of the pattern business. If this doesn't work, then I know this should work. Let's see if this works. A character class where you just specify the range. Yeah, that's not doing it. It's finding something. Like this should match some three-letter words like these here. So on this editor. But where I'm going with this, yeah, this is a, oh yeah, it says, it's, if you notice, the file format is of type DOS. And that means that there's an extra character in here, and that could be messing things up. But where I'm going with this is that we could pre-format this. We could write a program or figure out how to use a utility to get just a 5-character word. So I'm gonna spend time doing that here offline. Meaning I'm not gonna be on the camera, and I'm just gonna see how far I get with this. Yeah, believe it or not, this is programming too. We're just processing data, and here we're actually just doing data processing so that our program, the Wordle Words class, doesn't have to work so hard. Again, I'm doing this to avoid putting logic in the Wordle Word class, but let's see how far I get. that last one that I typed is close. It's finding 5 letters, and how many? But it also finds these. 1,107.52. I'm still working on the boundary, so let's keep going for a little bit more. Yeah, let's keep going for a little bit more. Just saw a shortcut where you can specify the count, but again, the count is giving me these words here, like zinc oxide. It's definitely found oxide, and it's respecting the B for the boundary, but I need the actual line boundary. So let me just keep going, hammer away at this regular expression. I'm not yet discouraged. Yeah, because of one of the things that I can do, one of the things I'm going to do now is I'm going to convert this to be a line ending of Unix. If I put this in here and I do file format in my editor, you could see that if it's a DOS file, it has a line ending with a character turn in a new line. If it's a Unix file, it has a line ending of just a new line. There's also a Mac ending. You know what? Let me try making it a Mac. Let's see if that does something. Yeah, that's not gonna be. I just got rid of all the new lines. Yeah, when I made it a Mac file, but let me copy the file back in again. I'm going to make it now a Unix file. It's still the same. Yeah, also these capital letters are very using. We don't want those in the program, so we can say, I believe we can say yeah. So I'm gonna do something like this. A-Z. So that's something. Yeah, okay. Okay. So what's happening is this regular expression that I entered is saying on a boundary, find me all the lines that have this possibility, a boundary, A to Z, and 4 characters. So it found things like level here, A-frame here, chant here. So we're very close. I just got to keep hammering away at this. I'm going to keep going on this for a little bit. That's better. What I did there is I have this backtick. I'm not sure why I need the backslash. I work on other systems and I don't remember having to do this. So let's just put this into my Raspberry Pi and copy. And I'm just gonna SSH to this thing in another window. So this is not a Mac. This is a Plural Debian system running on a Raspberry Pi I have here in the house. I'm gonna run this regular expression and see what I get on the Raspberry Pi. I'm sure it's gonna complain because wow. Yeah, so that backtick, maybe I haven't done this in a long time, but yeah, so interesting. Okay, so let's take a look at the list of words I'm getting. This is better because now we don't have any proper words, but we still get these with the brace. So that I think I can solve at last by this. Yeah, that's better. 4,000 is not a lot of words. I thought Wordle had 6,000, but let me see what these words look like. Yeah, this is better. It took a while to get here. So what we'll do now is save this into a file. I'm going to call this, well, we'll just call it valid Wordle words. Now, I'm about to overwrite this file, but I will sneak over into my other terminal and just copy this into a separate file called original. This is just an old habit. I'm worried to just completely remove files. I know that ultimately we can remove it, and we'll convince ourselves that we can do that shortly. So now we have two files. One is the original with 14, and one is this new one with 4,000 words. That's good. That's our version. Probably more we can get on there. But what we can do, what grep allows us to do is, when we do man grep, is we can search a whole bunch of patterns with the -f command. Read one or more new line separated patterns from a file. So what that means is that we can do grep f valid Wordle words orig, and we should see those 14 words. We don't. We don't see. We see 9. We don't see. So what words are missing? Wow, the word grail isn't in our list. Let's do it this way. I'll do it this, and then, wait. I'll do this, then I'll do. Then I'll do sort. So about aroma, audio, baton, that's there, but crabs is not. I think because crabs is a plural, and cramp is there, craze is there, crazy, but not cured, because cured is the past tense. So very interesting. Clearly, Josh did some design for the kinds of words that are here. The fact that you can have tenses, cured, that's a past tense word, and pluralization, because there are some 4-letter words that you can add s to, and that becomes a valid 5-letter word. So this word list that we have is for sure not the same as what is in Wordle, and it's fine. I'm sure if I go on the internet, there's probably the actual list of Wordle words, but I don't want to do that because I'm playing Wordle every day. I want to be surprised. We'll have to ponder this some, but at least the valid Wordle words that we have here, 4,000, are singular words that are 5 letters that will make the puzzle challenging for us. So let's run the game. I like running it in this window. Now, it's going to load these words, so let's see how long it takes. Oh, wow. What I did here is I made that change in the editor to give an example of how we might filter the words inside of the Wordle Words class. I'm not going to use that change. So I got rid of it with the git restore here. But I do observe that our valid Wordle words is going to have to be updated. So let's run this. See how long it takes to load this, and then we'll do a puzzle, commit this. Well, it's already loaded, so not a bad amount of time. And now I'm going to do a guess. Is it aroma? No, but it's got an O in it. Now we're just playing Wordle. Tough. I got the O, but not the T. Boy, tried to do that. So now, yeah. I'm gonna put ghost, even though that's definitely not it. Oh, but I got the T. So what I do when I play Wordle is I'll put X's like this and kind of reason the word that way. And it of course it doesn't really work in Wordle, like but at least when I stare at this XOXXT, it might give me some ideas, like coast, but we already eliminated the A and the S. I have two more guesses, so posit. No, but we already used the S, but I think PO XXT. This may not, no. Oh, pollet. But that's a clue. People in playing Wordle, if you put in a word that you think is a word and it doesn't respond, it says it does that shaky thing that is not in the dictionary. To me, that's a clue. Unfortunately, it doesn't eliminate any letters, and our game is doing the same thing. It does not eliminate any letters, but at least you know pollet is not in our word list. Now, when I first played Wordle, I would use the fact that I knew Unix and would do things like this. Say, I think it was W that we used. I'm glad I'm recording these so that I can look up what I did later. But I would use a dictionary to solve it. Sort of like if you would solve a crossword puzzle, you would go to some website and punch in the words that the letters that you had, and you would look at candidate words. But I'm just procrastinating now. Can't come up with something. Oh, I got something. OCOU. Yeah, I think All right. Well, we have a backdoor for a reason, and I also don't want to spend too much more time. We all played Wordle, so we know what we're doing. Oh my goodness. That's kind of apropos, right? So clearly, it got really challenging. I'm gonna think about this with the S's. Before we close, we're gonna commit this change. But before we do that, we're gonna document. And this is key, especially for a commit like this, because I want to remember somewhat what we did. Just look at my history here, and common. Yeah. So first we're gonna copy this thing. I'll do it. And my mouse has issues. We're going to also put this here. I put in that detail so I can kind of remind myself to, I mean, it's clear that when Josh, who made Wordle, came up with his word list, he curated the list of words, and compound, it is interesting. I'm gonna put this pointer here too, because I want to look at the word compound. Hyphenated or other entries containing more than one word, as well as capitalized words. So if I get compound, so we just added this big gigantic valid words file. We're gonna get rid of our old one. We'll git commit amend, and let's make a note here. Remember when we did the analysis of the words? It was this way here. It was like sort me just put in a few of the words that it didn't have, like crabs. It didn't have, what was it? 553. Crabs, toads, walks. Past tense. Let's just say, I don't know what the English word for that is. Is past tense, future tense, present tense? Is it temporal? I don't know. If you're a English major, let me know. We're just calculating the differences here. Craze, and grail. Uncured, that's the other one. Set TW70 is just to set the line width, so we can quickly get the line width to be 70 characters. So what am I doing here for time? Yeah, so we're very close to getting this in. I just want to be sure I got, so 14 walks is not in, toads is not in, grail, cured, crabs, yeah, but it has audio and aroma, so yeah, make sure that commit got in there. Oh no, look at that. It didn't have any of that in there. Ugh. I think it was because problem with VI. I wonder if it's because I printed the time. Ooh, tough one. Basically, I'm gonna do that again. I gotta make it slightly different, but I want to capture the words that were not in here. This new file does. Let's see. I really think it was the time, but I will capture this into my registry and let's hope it did it. Yeah. So now the commit is there, and let's push this thing up and call it an evening. If you download this game and build it on your own Mac using Swift build, Swift run, you're gonna have a challenging game. I have a few more things that we can work on, like I said, the stuff we talked about in the beginning, but also maybe there's a way we can make the game look a little bit like the actual game is on the website. So, but we're gonna come to that. I gotta think about this 4-letter word business, because I have a feeling it's the compound words, but we're gonna come back to that tomorrow, and I hope to see you, and I thank you for checking this out.